today on ML350 AC rebuild. And the problem with this car is that it has knocked out a compressor, and it really knocked it really bad. So I decided I'm going to rebuild it. If you have encountered this kind of a situation with Mercedes, you will be going to tear it down the way I tear it down to this very point. Now the things you've been needing to change, you're going to be changing the compressor, you're going to be changing the condenser. A brand new condenser should be having a desiccant dryer right there, which is good, but for the expansion valve you don't need it. Then in order to be able to set up the system again afresh, now let me give you detail. You can see the set of pipes, the pipe that come with it. I've flushed it in as much as it's not a black bed. You can flush it very well and make sure that there is no any single dirts inside. I mean, no single dirt. You don't want to do the same job twice. You don't want to do the same mistake twice. So like here, I've oiled this one here. I've flushed it. It's very clean. Now I am setting up the system to work like a brand new AC system. I can see the used compressor which I'm going to be getting inside that I presume is good, because here I can't be able to test the solenoid here to be able to confirm it until when I get it into the system. But that is pretty much less work to do compared to them down the way I tear it down like this and getting all the pipe out of the circuitry, down to even removing the condenser. So what I'm imploring you guys who have this encounter to do is to flush the system very well. Let all the dirt inside come aside. Now this is the compressor that failed. You can see a lot of iron filing right there, and that is what you'll be needing to flush. The condenser for this car is very expensive. It's somewhat expensive. You can see how it really chopped out this bearings. It's something which I really don't know what happened. If maybe one of the bearing missed alignment, I can't tell. Maybe there is a problem with the shaft, but I actually stated it in a previous video that it's going to be a structural failure that actually caused this catastrophic. So you will not be needing to replace the evaporator that is hidden inside the dashboard there that you can see right here, but you'll be needing to replace the O-ring if they are weak. Okay, for me, I'm pretty much gonna be reusing this condenser. I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, what? Yeah, I have my own reasons. There are new ones right here, but I'm gonna be reusing this one because I trust my flushing capability to flush the system to become as clean as slate. And if you can be able to do that, then you're welcome on board on reusing the condenser. But if you can be able to flush it very well, kindly get yourself another condenser so you don't have to do the same job twice. Okay, to me this is the main chief character that is contributing to this whole nightmare. I can't really tell how this shit caused, but I don't have any other thing to believe inside the system that is causing this problem aside this shaft. Now also, when you're flushing it, you should also make sure that you clean this expansion valve completely out. If you notice that the expansion valve is not performing as it should before you did the whole rebuilding process, you should replace it. But if it works fine, go ahead and install it. So for this time, this is pretty much how it's gonna be, and I am confident, I am positive this system is gonna bounce back to life again when I'm done coupling it and putting everything back in place the way it should. Okay, so when putting this expansion valve on, make sure you don't over torque it, and torque it gently. Torque it from up, then torque it from down. Gently until it's strong. Now let me show you something. I'm just using this to torque it so I don't have to over torque it, because if you over torque it, you're gonna damage it, and if you under torque it, it's gonna leak refrigerant right there. So with this, I can't over torque it. But if I'm using a ratchet or a power tool, I'm going to over torque it. So this is one of the most troublesome place you don't want to mess with when you're working on AC systems. So it has to be done once and for all. So you have to, if you're the kind of person who go wacky with drinking or any kind of thing like that, you should keep it aside and deal with this very part. Then boom, you can continue from where you stopped. So right now I still have to test it the second time to check. Okay, yeah, that's more like it. Now, because I don't want to go back there, I'm gonna check it with my torque, with my ratchet, just a little bit. Small is okay. I'm trying to torque it exactly how I torqued it before I made it, before I got here, so I don't have to over torque it. Okay, at this level I'm okay. I am certain that there's not gonna be any mess right there. So guys, like I said, it's worth replacing and it's worth rebuilding it to work very fine. So guys, I gotta catch you guys later. This is Dr. Quoto Fix. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends, and I gotta catch you guys later. Bye.